Hello and welcome to my Vintage Audiophile channel. This is now my 68th video. Today I'm going to be discussing what I believe is kind of a rare item these days. And as you know, everything I do talk about is stuff that I own. This one particular one, I didn't buy it brand new. Actually, I was given to it by a friend who knew I was into stereo equipment, and he didn't want it anymore, so he gave me his thing here along with the remote that works and everything. He couldn't find his manual anymore, but I was able to download one offline, and this is a very complicated receiver that I'm slowly getting to learn how to use, and I'll let you know in a further update if I do finally master it all, but for now I'm still struggling with it. It is got a lot of steps to get it all set up. But without further ado, what I have here is a Sony SLV-AV100 Power Cinema VCR Receiver unit. It was put out in 1997 by Sony, just as DVDs were starting to take over the market, and they were still producing VHSs at the time, and I guess they felt a need to put a VCR and a home theater system together in one unit. So what we have here is a 5.1 surround sound AV receiver with a Power Cinema VCR with Pro 4 head hi-fi stereo, VCR Plus, and it is a very nice unit. It is very heavy and built like a tank. Surprisingly, everything still works on it. The only thing that is kind of going a little bit is the display. I believe is kind of dim, and it probably could use a refresh on that. So one of these days I may open it up and see if I can't figure out how to get that going better. But for now, it still works so that I can see what's going on. And as you can see, it looks like a home receiver. It's the same size as your standard home receiver, but it does have the VCR built into it. As such, it does also have recording onto it. So on the back of the machine, there are the RF plugs that are on the back for antenna in and record out, or actually antenna out to a TV. If you still have a TV that has the old RF antenna plugs on it. And I'm just going to go through a little bit of the features of this thing. As you can see here, we have the master volume, balance, muting, and it does have a surround button to turn on surround sound. When you are in the VHS or video part of the machine, it automatically turns on surround sound, but you can turn that off if you're watching an old mono movie or something like that. And then if you want to play the audio that's on here, you just push the audio button here, and this supports both the tuner that's built in, a CD player, or a mini disc / tape / laser disc, or whatever else that you want to add to that function. It does have capabilities on the back to add 2 additional VCRs if you would like to be able to maybe record on one VCR as you're recording a program, and then use in one of the other videos to watch a video as you're recording whatever you're recording. It has a drop down thing here which has got more of the video capabilities, such as adding a VCR 2 to it. If you push this button and you're hooked up to a TV, it'll automatically go into the on-screen setup for this unit. It's very long, very complicated. I started doing a little bit with it, but I didn't have the time to do everything. So, and right now I'm not connected to a TV anyway, so maybe one of these days I'll get that more worked on. It does have a button here for setting up a timer and for setting up the VCR Plus, which I don't think is even supported anymore. I don't think they use that anymore. Memory button, counter reset for when you're watching a video. It has an edit button on it, and this here is to switch on to either be off 1, 2, or 3 for videos. If you have a plethora of Sony VCRs, you can control them all with this one remote, which I will show you shortly. Here's to turn on your TV or VTR, video tape recorder, and then it has a button here to choose your tape speed, which is automatically done while you're playing a video. But if you want to record a video, then that becomes very important. It does both slow speed and fast speed. And this is, 2 buttons are here for your programming your AM and FM channels. And here's your band button for selecting if you want to listen to AM or FM. And it has a shift button for if you want to manually do stuff. A tuning mode, which basically will allow you to do either auto or manual station tuning. An FM mode to either be stereo or mono, and then a status button, which is basically lets you know what's currently going on. Your standard VCR buttons are over here. You got your record and pause, rewind and fast forward, play and stop, and you've also got a shuttle dial here where you can search through the picture as it's playing to either fast forward while the picture is showing on the screen, or reverse. That is sometimes a helpful feature. The remote that comes with it is very big, very feature laden, and that's right here. It has basically the same buttons I was showing you on the VCR and tuner part of it, but it does have a lot extra buttons that aren't on the face of the receiver itself. Plus it has a whole bunch of features that you can do specifically with the VCR, as far as changing tracking and going frame by frame. If you have a laser disc, you can choose side A or side B to watch, tape speed status like on the other stuff, and if you have a Sony TV, it will also command that particular TV that you're watching, and allow you to change the channel and the volume. And there's, like I say, a lot of different stuff. And here's that command mode I was telling you about before, about the video tape 1, 2, or 3. It does have a power button here for turn on your TV if it's a Sony that works, and also system off to shut everything off. eject for basically ejecting the VCR tape. So it has a lot of different things on here, and it works fine. That's the nice part. Now, as far as playing this thing, I will. I've already got it powered on, and I've got the tuner on. So I will turn it up a little bit here so you can hear it. And we'll search for
like isolated like that.
Search
even if
for
you're busy,
stations.
you're a family, kids, or you live alone.
Miles for life.
Hey, it's Des.
And it does a pretty good job of finding stations.
It's Adam from AJR, and this is
Not all of them come in great because they're far away, but they still do come in. Here's a station that's like 60 miles away. It all depends upon the station itself and how powerful signal they're putting out.
.com/Keefstock to learn.
But as you can see, it works just fine. If I push this, it'll show CD on it. I do have a CD player hooked up to it. It isn't a Sony CD player, but it's one I had available at the time. So I decided to hook it up just to show you. It's a Technics 60 CD changer. I've got 2 CDs in there right now, and I will play a little bit of this first disc that's in here so that you can see what it sounds like. And it's an old disc that has mono recordings on it, so fidelity isn't that great, but it doesn't sound the greatest, but it works. And I will skip to the next disc here. This one is a more modern CD, so it does have stereo quality to it. So as you can see, that does work. If you push this again, it'll ask for, it'll put you into the tape mini disc mode, which, like I say, I don't have hooked up right now. Didn't feel the need to hook one up because everybody knows what a tape and mini disc is. And then you're back to the radio. So as you can see, this is quite the system. I don't know if anybody else ever made any VCR 5.1 surround sound receiver combos. And I don't know how well they sold. I just know that they are not something you see every day. So I was happy when my friend decided to give me his because he didn't want it anymore. He upgraded to a much more modern AV receiver, and he never plays VCRs anymore, but I do have quite a few tapes myself, so it's always nice to have around. And speaking of the tape, I do have a tape in here. I don't have it hooked up to TV, so I can't show you for sure what picture quality or anything like that is, but you'll be able to hear the movie itself, the audio part of it, at least. You can put Pro Logic on it, even though it's an old mono recording. Of course, it sounds better in mono because that's what it was made for. But as you can see, it's plainly playing. And then I stopped it. If this is something that if you're still into VHS players and you like 5.1 surround sound, here's your chance, if you ever find one, to get one that is an altogether system. And even if you don't play VHS stuff very often, it's still kind of nice to have when you do get nostalgic and want to play a tape and you may not have a VHS player handy. This kind of solves that problem because they both go hand in hand. And in the meantime, you can also be listening to your radio or your CD player or whatever else you have hooked up to this machine. It does have, only thing it doesn't have, which is kind of disappointing to me because I love my records, is it doesn't have a turntable phono input on it. But that's not the end of the world either, because I do have the modern style turntables that have the built-in preamps that you can just hook up to any open RCA jacks on the back that accept that are inputs, and there are those on here, so that would be an easy way for me to hook up my turntable to and play that if I wanted to. So sorry if this video has gone a little long. There's a lot of things to take in here. If you like this video, please subscribe to it, and also please leave any comments or feedbacks or likes or dislikes that you may have about this video or any other of the 67 other videos I have. And even if your comment is to let me know that, hey, you're not the only one that has one of these, I have one too, I would be interested to see how many people out there do actually have this, and if there's still working like it should. Until next time, please have a great day, please stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.